For taking education out of the classroom and into the outdoors, we now have the Buller High Environmentalists from the Buller District.
Good morning, Mr. Goodyear, judges, participants. Our environment is our future. This is about 2001 volunteers. How one person, up here, shares her passion over 19 years with 2,000 students that have planted over 8,000 native plants at the iconic Cape Fowler walkway, just up there. The restoration of an area that was originally a coastal forest, mainly rata, which was a sea of red in summer. This project has been wonderful for our community and our environment, as Jeanette has passed her vision to her students, and collectively they have made a huge difference. I'll let Andrew and Jeanette tell the story. Thank you.
Kia ora koutou, and congratulations to everyone here today. My name's Andrew Basher, and Principal of Buller High School, the best and only high school of Westport. In my 16 years at the high school, Year 9 students have had an expectation that they'll contribute to this project. In fact, it has now become part of the fabric of our school. Past students often mention it at prize givings when they visit the school and regularly on social media. I'd now like to hand you over to Janet Pottinger, the instigator and architect of this project over 19 years ago.
Good morning. I would like to tell you about the background to this ongoing project and how it works. In 1996, as a first-year teacher, I designed and started an environmental studies class. I was determined that there would be a practical, action-based aspect to the course. So with donations from the community at the time, we planted up a corner of our school in native plants and trees. And in 1997, I contacted John Green from DOC, and my sixth form biology class planted flax on the Cape Fowler walkway as a trial. At that time, the walkway was a track through windswept open paddocks, and little did we know that this would be the beginning of a long-term partnership between the school and the Department of Conservation. Over the last 19 years, at least 11 DOC staff have been actively involved with the project in various capacities, including teaching the environmental benefits from the planting, and you will note the planting that is behind these students. In 1998, all Year 9 students continued the flax planting as part of a day field trip to Cape Fowler and Tauranga Bay with the school and DOC staff. And as we saw the benefits to both the students and the environment, it inspired us as a school to make a commitment to continuing this work for generations to come. The main focus of the day has always been to take individual and class action. And this is when the students plant flax and other natives, which are all locally grown, along the walkway, the seafront or the car parks on pre-arranged sites. Each class usually plants between 50 and 100 plants, and if necessary, they also clear around the previous class's plants. The students are the most important part of this program. They love it. For some, it's a totally new experience. For others, they are keen to show us how many plants they can plant. And for others, it provides opportunities to excel and make a real difference. For me and the staff that accompany them, it's always an enlightening experience to see the fun and passion with which they plant and enjoy the day.
And as you can see from that student, he's obviously having a great time out there. So how do we know that our project is successful? Well, firstly, it's been recognised locally and nationally a number of times. In 2000, the school won a merit award at the West Coast Taipatini Environmental Awards. DOC then decided to buy all the native plants and provide transport to support the venture. You can see the impact of that support. In 2007, we, in partnership with DOC, celebrated 10 years of planting with a plaque unveiling. In 2010, we were a finalist in the National Green Ribbon Awards at the category Community Action for the Environment. In 2014, we won the school section of the New Zealand Plant Conservation National Awards, and here today, we are here because we won the 2015 Buller Trustpower Supreme Award. Secondly, and most importantly, we've been successful because the 8,000 odd native plants that have revegetated not only the majority of the iconic Cape Falwyn walkway, but also the Omau car park near the lighthouse and most of the foreshore along Tauranga Bay Road to the Seal Colony car park. Most of these areas were pasture and had originally been native forest dominated by rata trees. Our key objectives were, and continue to be, to restore the natural vegetation of the Cape Falwyn walkway and surrounding areas by planting natives converting pasture to bush, to raise student awareness of our local natural environment and its importance to our well-being and that of future generations, and to show students that it is possible to make a difference to worldwide environmental issues by participating in a long-term school project in their own backyard.
So what are the benefits and impacts of our project for the Bulla district? The main conservation impact our project has had and continues to have is the vastly improved habitat for many native animals in this area. For example, seals, numerous bird species including weka, and smaller native fauna. The planted vegetation provides them with basic needs of food, shelter and predator protection. Flax is a very good first crop when converting pasture to forest, and we plant the flax and then when it flowers it attracts birds that bring in other seeds which are deposited within the area and grow, further increasing the native biodiversity. It is helping to stabilise the eroding banks on one area of the walkway. The local community and other tourists have benefited from the greatly enhanced natural and revitalised amenity values of the walkway and other areas. Approximately 125,000 people visit this site each year, and DOC has to ensure that this does not impact on the fauna and flora. So planting to define a walkway following a designated route allows control of where people go. The students take ownership of the areas planted and are often keen to show their families and friends their contribution to the landscape. This is an opportunity which cannot be replicated in the classroom and provides education in a real, tangible and hands-on way. We will finish with the words of these three students. They were from the last class of 2015, and I think you will be inspired as we are, that young people of today can and do make a difference to our environment.
Well, by doing the planting we have been doing, we are the carbon emissions have been offset, and we are also helping the animals so they have a place to burrow. I think that by restoring the plants and trees that have been lost before, it's also helping to keep everything looking beautiful like it once was, so that tourists can enjoy it and we can enjoy it.
I think that in relation to tourism, the Bulla region is dealing with the collapse of the mining industry, and we are sort of going for a rough patch. And tourism has been thought of recently as sort of a way to revitalise the district. And I think that projects like this make a lot of difference in tourists' eyes, and they can really help to make these tracks tourist destinations.
Okay, and so would you like to say something personal about the project?
What I love about the environment is how when people hurt it, they hurt it really badly, but they can, if they put in the hard yards and they put in the effort, they can make it better again and they can fix their mistakes from the past, and that's kind of beautiful to me. I think that this project and everything that all the classes have done has changed my view or opinion on what everybody putting in a little bit of effort can do to make a difference to the problem that we have with the environment.
And I think this project is important because as a young person, you look at the world and you think, wow, we've really messed this up, and there's a lot of problems and we're never going to be able to fix this. But then through this project, the students of Bulla High School can go down to this area and they can see the changes that are happening, and they can think, wow, we actually can make a difference, we can actually change the world.
Thank you.